Hey guys, this is Nefarious411 and welcome to episode 88 of Regrowth. As you can see behind me, my bees have been doing a lot of work. There's a lot of flowers. There's even flowers over here that have no textures. I am going to go ahead and remove those. What is that? .name from extra biomes. Okay, so let's go ahead and remove those. Looks like there's two different types of .name. I don't know. But as you can see, I have a few more of these apiaries down here. I have my tropical, I have modest, I have some common going on over here. That one's empty. Some meadows. I think this one's forest. Valiant. And cultivated. Alright, so I've been working a little bit on trying to get some of these other bees going on. I'm going to start this video a little bit with what I've done in between. I've done quite a bit in between actually, and as you can see over here I have this little carpenter's button. The reason I used a carpenter's button is because you have the ability, just like any carpenter's block, to basically put any block there, and you can see that there's a carpenter's hatch, and that is because I created a little laboratory area. As you can see, I have done a lot of cleanup work down here. Moved all of my incubator. I have my gene pool here. This is completely full of the growth medium, the bacteria. I have the oh, that's the energy. I was like, what is that? This one creates the enzyme, and this is a advanced logistical transporter that pulls the enzyme out of here into the gene pool, but we can't use this because we do not have any ethanol, and that's what we're going to be working on today. But before we get into that, let me go through the rest of this stuff. Over here with the acclimatizer, I think that's how you pronounce it. I have it loaded up with some water capsules, and the capsules, water capsule, is essentially just these little capsules made out of, well, that's kind of weird. Why is it showing me that recipe? Well, let's just look at capsule. See if I can find one of these. Just a little bit of beeswax, and we have plenty of beeswax. I created an AE system right here because of the fact that I didn't want to deal with chests, so I went ahead and brought an AE controller in here, and as you can see, I have the controller there, and that is able to feed into export buses that go over to the centrifuge. And if I take a look at the export bus, both of these centrifuge basically have the same configuration. I basically have a rocky comb, but I'm using a fuzzy card so that it'll basically take any comb. I'm using the OR dictionary and pull out of the AE system. So once this comb comes down here into the chest, I have a storage bus so that it ties into my AE system, and it just automatically exports it into the centrifuge. And then I have my import bus right here that pulls all of the output back into the AE system, so that is pretty slick. Alright, so let's go ahead and cover up a couple of these holes that I made. And over here, I went ahead and created a carpenter's bed. Because of the fact that a lot of these bees require daytime, I was tired of having to go over to my agriculture building, so I went ahead and created a carpenter's bed, which is pretty simple. It's just 3 carpenter's blocks with some wool, just like you would create a normal vanilla. I just thought it looked a little bit better, so I can sleep through the night and allow the bees to flourish during the day. And I have my little laboratory area right here. So I have a apiary, and I created some chocolate frames. If you remember, I created the impregnated frames before, and those last a little bit longer with the impregnated sticks from a little bit of seed oil and some logs. They last a little bit longer than the untreated, but if I look at the usages of it, you can see that I surround it with some cocoa beans, and that creates a chocolate frame. And essentially that basically increases the productivity and kills the bees a little bit faster. And this is my little spawning area, so to speak. So whenever I want to get a new breed, I'll do all of the crossbreeding here, and the chocolate frames essentially kind of help make them die off a little bit faster, so that I can do the climatizer and any of the gene pool stuff, which I'll do later, and be able to get the exact species and all of the traits that I need. So let me go ahead and throw that in there. And as you can see, I have all of my pristine stock over here. One thing that I did notice whenever I was trying to get the tropical, I kept getting the, what is that called? I don't have any of those types of princesses right now. It wasn't the pristine stock. It was the princess. It was the Ignis or whatever it's called. I can't remember off the top of my head. These are all pristine. But I wasn't getting the pristine from the hives. And if you remember to create the tropical hive, that is basically throwing a modest hive into a mana pool with a alchemy catalyst, but I had to create that many times, but I wasn't getting the pristine that I needed for many generations. They kept dying off on me, but I did find out that you can use the Rocky combs, and with the Rocky princess, they are always pristine stock, and you can just take a Rocky princess and throw some tropical or whatever other type of drone that you want into the same apiary, and once they breed over several generations, you can convert the new princess that comes out of that death into whatever that you want. So that was how I was able to get the tropical. That's the modest. I don't remember where I put the tropical. I think it's right here. That's how I was able to get the tropical pristine stock, is just doing that little cycle. And I was actually able to convert this so that it doesn't have any of the negative side effects, because if you remember with the tropical, you get a little bit of poison, but because the Rocky princess do not have poison, it was able to get that trait and remove the poison off of it. And let's see, I think that's essentially it over here. Right here you can see that this actually leads into my sewer system. I thought it would be a cool idea to go ahead and hook this up so I can actually come through my sewers if I wanted to and fly all the way over. I thought that was pretty cool that it was able to hook in just like that. And let's see, with the power, I kept having issues with the power running out, and having to manually do this button was kind of a pain, so I kind of changed that a little bit. So let me go ahead and run back here a little bit. I think I broke one of my covers. No, not sure what I broke. So back here, it's kind of a little mess, but I created this basic gate that was able to detect low energy. So once this is low, I think it's essentially empty, it will emit a red pipe signal. And over here, whenever the pipe signal is on, it'll just emit a redstone signal, and it will trigger these red crystals to the teleposer there and basically swap it. So basically, it's all done, and I don't have to worry about it. It'll automatically switch over just like that and bring over the full energy cube, and the empty one is over at the processing building, basically getting filled up. So never really have to touch this button again. Only keep it here just in case I want to manually swap it for any reason whatsoever. But for the most part, I just set it and forget it. All right, so over here, I have a little elevator system going on. So if I push this button, I can just let go of my mouse, and you can see that I'm hovering. The way I'm doing that, if I come all the way down here, I have these arcane levitators, and these are with Thaumcraft. So let me go ahead and come back here a little bit. Yeah, I was kind of busy in between episodes. I went on vacation, came back, wasn't able to record, so I figure I might as well start building stuff out. But you can see that I have these arcane levitators, and basically magical, they'll just lift you up. But you can see that they're not doing it right now, and that is because it's receiving this redstone signal. If I were to hit that, you can see that it is turned on because of the fact that my redstone torch is off. But then with the magic hourglass, you can set it to do like an inverse pulse. So here it just keeps on the red crystal for 5 seconds. I think it's 5 seconds. So that I have enough time for these arcane levitators to lift me straight up. And if I hit this, you can see that it lifts me all the way out, and eventually will close this carpenter's hatch, and there's basically allowing me to get down. So that is all controlled using these cobblestone structure pipes with some blue and red pipe wire. And the blue wire is essentially to open up the other trapdoors. So if you can see here, if I get the blue signal on, it does the redstone signal, and that just opens the trapdoors all the way up. But the buttons will actually trigger the red wire, and the red wire will come down here and essentially give it a redstone signal that turns this magic hourglass around so that this entire thing turns on. Kind of complicated. I hope I didn't lose anybody on that explanation, but I like it quite a bit. I have this room down here all prepared for any kind of future expansion of any kind of machines. I have my water right here, anything that I need. I haven't really done anything with this right now, but at least I have the ability to come up and down. And I really like the fact that I have a trapdoor up here with a piece of grass block so that it's essentially invisible. So it's kind of cool to not even be able to see that. It's not an ugly trap door up on the surface, and I can just click that button, drop down, and I am good to go in my lab. So I went to the nether, and I fetched a one of these infernal queens. I also have over here, you may have seen it already, an ender princess, and I went to the end to be able to get that. These basically only have the ability to create a single drone, so it's really pointless right now to run this through multiple generations. So I went ahead and left it over here. It also has a negative side effect. Whenever you're too close to it, you'll start taking damage. No drone. That's a princess. Guess I didn't breed the other drone with it. Where did my drone go? Oh, that was a spare princess. That's right. So right here you can see that I have, it doesn't really tell me what negative side effect that I have, but it does start hurting you, and I figure don't need that going on since it only has a fertility of 1 drone, and I think that might be the same with the Infernal Queen. Let me just double check in the Bealizer. Nope, this one has 2 drones. I could run this through as well, but as you can, I dropped it. As you can see, it has aggressive effect. I think that's aggressive. So this one also hurts you if you stand too close. And right now, I don't have any kind of bee breeding equipment. No flowers. I do not know what kind of flowers those take. Does it take netherrack? Let me see if netherrack will work. Basically, I've been putting all of the different types of flowers back here. You can see that I have my dragon egg, and that was meant for the ender bee, and the cactus for any kind of cacti related flowers. That one doesn't work either. Wonder if it has to be nether wart. Wart. How do you grow nether wart? That's soul sand, right? Soul sand. I guess I need cross crops. There we go. Cross sticks. I don't know if this will work with AgriCraft. Does that work? I'm going to have to figure out which flowers work for the infernal. May not like the agriculture stuff. I am not entirely sure. That's something I can figure out later. So let me go ahead and throw this back into the acclimatizer. And if you remember, the infernal, the temperature is essentially hellish. But I had to use the acclimatizer, and I went ahead and change the temperature tolerance to 5 down. That way it has the ability to withstand being in a normal biome. And because of the fact that a lot of the bees need view to the sky, in my lab I essentially had to drill a hole even through my silverwood sapling to be able to deal with some of these bees. So there we go, and I am good. All right, cool. So let me go ahead and start on to the next topic here, and that is going to be the production of ethanol. Because of the fact that in order to use this gene pool, I need ethanol in this tank, we should try to figure out how to do that. So if I were to look in NEI, ethanol, we can see that a refinery is able to produce ethanol. And it looks like biomass creates, from 4 millibuckets, creates 1. So it's a 4-to-1 ratio. A still is 10-to-3 ratio. So this is actually a little bit more efficient. So I might actually create a still. I think those are the only ways to get ethanol is from biomass. So let me go ahead and create a still. Might as well just fly over to my agriculture building to do this, because it would be nice to be able to use my AE system here. So let me create a still, and I think this is going to be that one right there. There we go. Let's go ahead and throw that on the ground, and let's take a look at it. Yep, this is the correct one. So in order to do that, I am also going to need some biomass. So let's take a look at biomass. So how do we create that? And it looks like we need a fermenter. Yep. Looks like the only way is through a fermenter, and 242 pages, which is essentially 484 recipes, because every one of these pages has 2 recipes. Looks like a lot of saplings, maybe some dried kelp or some compost. So we might do compost. That one's not bad. And some of them use water, and some of them... let me just try this again. Fruit juice. There's honey, and they all do different levels, so I am not entirely sure. I think I can just flip through the pages and see which ones create the most biomass. Don't know if I want to get into fruit juice because of the fact that I don't really have any fruits right now, or any consistent way to get fruits. I mean, I could use... maybe tomatoes? Can I use tomatoes? Tomato. I can make tomato juice. Water. Tomatoes makes a little bit of biomass. But that's not fruit juice. I don't think I can make fruit juice from this. Yeah, there's no uses for tomato juice. So, yeah. Don't really want to use that because that's going to require us to get like peaches or something like that. Because with peaches you can get fruit juice, and all of these other things, there's many different ways of getting fruit juice, and it's all using this squeezer and all of these different types of fruit. Looks like a bunch of Natura extra trees. And we are not to that point, so I'm going to skip the fruit juice. But I'm going to probably take a look through all of the different recipes, all 242 pages, and see what the most efficient combination will be. I don't know if it's going to be water or honey, because we do have a good supply of honey right now. If I were to fly, I left my still over there, and that's fine. If I were to fly over here, I should probably create a teleporter down here. But you can see that I have 1,225 honey drops. So I could squeeze those and create the honey from them. So I am not sure. So let me go ahead and look through NEI and see what the best choice is. And I'll be right back. Well, unfortunately, I don't have a lot of the trees and things that are going to be needed for the biomass amount that I want. Because if I go through here, some of these are going to give me quite a bit. Like that one's 750, and that's the kapok sapling. This one is with the myrtle ebony. But I really don't have these. That one's a lot of biomass, and that's the blue maho sapling. And I think the only way to get these is through breeding the trees around where the bees are. But I think what I'm going to do is just use what I have, and these are oak saplings. And if I take a look at the fermenter for, oops, I need the usages. For this, it's 250, really not a lot with water. I could use honey, and that'll give me 375, but I'm just probably going to stick with water. I'm not sure if I ever showed this on camera, but I was in need of trees for the two carpenters over here creating the impregnated sticks and the impregnated casing. And I have this little setup over here. This is using the pumpkin seeds. I think I did show this one on camera, but I do have the level emitters. This top one is for the impregnated stick for the import bus here, and the bottom one is for the impregnated casing. So I'm keeping 5 in my inventory of those. So then it's just constantly, well, I thought it was going to be constantly pushing oak in here. Why isn't that pushing oak? Do I not have any oak? I do not have any oak. Why do I not have any oak? No! What happened on my oak supply? Well, I'm going to have to fix that. And the way I've been doing that is with golems. So let me come down here. Not in this room, but I went ahead and broke through down here because of the fact that I had this little room down here. I went ahead and added a couple of golems. This one is with the chop animation core, and he's able to chop down the other trees. And this one is the, what animation core is that? Animation core, it's the one with the square. This is the use, and he's able to pull out of this chest all of the other saplings and plant them over here, and then as soon as they grow up, this golem will chop them down. And because of the distance that I am from that hopper hawk up there, it will be able to pull the oak logs that drop up into there. And this guy, Hopper Hawk, is only pulling in saplings because I have a frame here with a oak sapling. I am not sure why. Let me see if I can create some bone meal. Why aren't these growing? That's my question. See, that grew. I wonder if there's enough light down here. May not be enough light, so let me go ahead and grab an arcane lamp and put it closer, because I don't think trees and stuff will grow unless there's a decent amount of light. Let's see if that works. See, and those are disappearing, and I think those are going into that system up there. So if I take a look at oak saplings, I have 4. So if I put that there, that'll disappear slowly but surely, I think. Does that go in my system? Where are those oak saplings going? I wonder if that's too far away. I hope not, because that would kind of stink if that's a little bit too far. I guess what I could do is grab a chest here and put the chest there, and this should pick up everything else, and I should be able to in a very ugly way, run some pipe over here. I think that's the other problem that I've been having. Maybe all of my logs have been despawning before it was able to actually get sucked up into the system over there. There we go. Since this chest doesn't have a frame, it's just going to pull everything else. Why is there so much stuff in here? I may have to check my processing building because there might be a pipe missing. Or something backed up. Doesn't look like any pipes are missing. This stuff seems to have been emptied out. Everything seems to be working. That was gold. Because there was a lot of stuff in that chest, but for some reason, it doesn't look like it's coming over here. Let me double check my stuff to make sure that the B space upgrades are working properly. That one does have the B space on it. Alright, let me check that. There might be some little snag in my system here. I'll be right back. Well, it seems to be working. I am not entirely sure what was going on there. I went ahead and had that chest there. Went ahead and put a buffer chest right there because this is basically only allowing it to send one item type at a time because of the barrel. But at least with the buffer chest, it's able to empty everything. And it does look like this hopper hawk is also pulling some items from up there. Not a problem since it's all going to the same place. So let me go ahead and do that. And that should be pulling the saplings into the network. Let me just double check. Let me do that. There we go. Okay, cool. So that pulled it into the network, and now we have 12. So one thing that I could do is probably replace this chest with a barrel. So let's go ahead and put a barrel there. I am not sure why that was weird. Do that and grab my dolly and move this guy. This should work. Move it. I hope that works. Don't know if I need to rebind this tallow golem, but I should be able to throw all of those saplings down, and it should start pushing everything into the better barrel. And it looks like it did. 27 stacks looks about right. So let's go ahead and throw that one down. 27 stacks plus 1. There we go. Cool. So let me go ahead and pick up this chest. And because of the fact that I'm going to be using more saplings, I might as well increase the area that this golem is going to go. So let me grab my bell, and you can see that I just tapped on the places for this golem to be able to plant trees. And I am going to have him go over here and plant a tree. Will you do that for me? Yep, there you go. Thank you very much. Right there and right there. And it should still be in range of this guy, because if I were to right click on him, I might have to right click on these places as well so that he knows that he's allowed to cut these trees. I don't know if that's needed or not, but I might as well. So that should allow me to have a little bit more in regards to the saplings that are coming in. So let me go ahead and place down another barrel right there. And let's go ahead and throw... Oops, I forgot to grab some of the upgrades. And it doesn't look like I have any of those. Is it just storage? Yep, I'm going to have to go upstairs real quick. Agriculture. let me come over here and grab a couple of storage upgrades. Not storage upgrades, but one of these guys. So let me go ahead and craft up a couple more, because apparently I do not have enough of these. I forgot about having to do that. Oops. What is the recipe for that? Pretty simple. Let me do that and I'll be right back. Alright, so I should be able to shift right click these guys right onto the barrels, just like so. And now I should be able to put the B-Space upgrades just like that. And grab my tuning fork, which I thought I had out, but apparently I don't. Shift right click, and now they are linked together. Nice. So I should be able to grab that guy and bring him all the way over to... I wonder if that's going to cause a problem, though. Will that cause a problem? Might cause a problem. Yeah, we'll see. I'm hoping that I just don't run out of saplings. I should have at least spare saplings up here just in case. Because of the fact that I'm pulling directly out of the barrel, that might be an issue. Where would my saplings be? Yeah, I have some spare oak saplings. Looks like it's raining, unfortunately. And let's go ahead and run over here. Drop down, probably down this level as well. And let's go ahead and place this dolly somewhere down here, just like so. And this will give me access to saplings. So now we should be able to start making biomass with a fermenter. And some mulch. I'm going to need to get some mulch too. So one step at a time. So this is going to be for the sapling part. And let's go ahead and probably put my teleporter in here somewhere. Maybe right there. Where's my teleporter? There we go. Let's configure this guy on the private. Figure instead of scrolling, I can just use private. So I have at least 8 slots available without having to scroll. This is going to be bees. There we go. Cool. Bees frequency. And agriculture. Let's go ahead and create the fermenter, and let's grab that still fermenter. Looks like I already have one. Yay! Guess I didn't have to come all the way over here. Nice. Now I can teleport right over here. Cool. All right, fermenter. We'll run downstairs, and you. I guess right there. This is going to require power. I'll run power here in a little bit. And I'm also going to need some water. Where is my AE system? Ah, there it is. So this is going to be a mechanical pipe. And basic's probably good enough. Can I get the basic over here easily? It's going to be ugly. For now. Oh, one off. I am going to move you to right there. There we go. Cool. So now, is this resin biomass? Oh wait, that's a still. I thought that was a fermenter. There we go. So there we have it. And let's go ahead and grab a little bit of this. And now we need fuel, and that is going to be compost. The easiest way to do this is probably with this particular forestry compost, which is just dirt with wheat. So these are resources that I already have, and that creates 4 compost. So I am going to actually run over to processing, maybe. Processing might be a good place for that. So let's go ahead and create the recipe for compost. Just like that. And now we are going to want an export bus. Formation core. There we go. I should probably create the other recipe for that too. I could have done it right there. and a crafting card. I don't know why I'm doing all of this in the pattern terminal. I have plenty of crafting cards because I shift-clicked once. Alright, so now I can probably do the same thing in regards to the barrels. I think that is the easiest way for right now. Rather than having to run AE cables all the way over, I think using Java barrels might be the safest route. Even though I've been having a lot of problems, especially on server reboots, it seems like the barrels end up getting misconnected, and I have to go through with the tuning fork and reconnect them all. But I should be able to at least create more of these planks. Oh, I'm missing oak. Man, I run out of all my oak, didn't I? Can I do 20? No, I can't. Wow, where is all my oak? Guess I can grab some dark oak. That'll work for now. I think that is or dictionaried correctly. So MK1. Go ahead and grab 2 of those guys. 2 MK2s. And I'll also need to create some blaze powder. Let me go ahead and craft up some of that with some ender pearls. Ender pearl. 2 Eye of Enders with some obsidian around it, and that'll create my 2 ender chests. And from ender chests, we can grab some pistons. And there's my B-Space upgrades. Cool. So let's go ahead and create these guys real quick. And MK2. B-Space. I think I did that correctly. And let's go ahead and put something in that one. Where's my tuning fork? Did I put that away again? I did. Tune it, tune it. There we go. They're tuned together. Cool. And I am not entirely sure where to put this. And why are my chunks not loading? Load. I don't like seeing everything over there. Load. All right. Let me just do this down below. I think that's probably the best route. Grab my dolly for that one. Come down here. I can probably just put it right there, to be honest, because I have, oops, I did not mean to lock that. There we go. And I could do my export right there. Throw in my crafting card. I'll have to put this in the molecular assembler. So let's go ahead and come up here. Molecular assembler. Right there. And let's go ahead and create at least one compost so that we can tell the system to export it into that down there. And this should start doing that. Let me grab one cable to hook it all up. I thought I grabbed it. Come on. There we go. And let's see if that actually auto crafts and starts putting it in there, and it does. So let me go ahead and lock that. Let me bring the other barrel to the B area, and I will be right back. Alright, I am back, and you can see that I did a little bit of rearranging down here, and I put the fermenter up there with my barrels down here. I should be able to hook up all of this stuff and use my configurator, wherever that's at, and change these to extract. And that should extract everything into the fermenter, and you can see that this is starting to produce biomass, and that is pretty cool. So now I should be able to take a mechanical pipe and configure this to start outputting the biomass into the still. And it is. And it's starting to produce ethanol. Nice. I don't know if I'm going to have any kind of issues with the backlog of saplings, but this should start working out just fine. Eventually this will fill up, and it's not going to use any more, so that might be cool. So now should be able to take the mechanical pipe just like that and put it right into the gene pool. And we do that just like so. And if we come up here, the gene pool should start filling up with ethanol, and it's actually breaking this Meadows drone down, as you can see, and this will start producing some DNA for us. I think it's going to be liquid DNA. It's been a while since I've done this. Raw DNA. Nice. All right. Since we have 562 Meadow drones and 274 Valiant drones, and looks like we're starting to get a backlog of some of the others, we should be able to start pumping those all into here and grabbing some raw DNA out of it. So let me go ahead and grab a stack. I think I can do 6 stacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. There we go. And hopefully this will start filling up based upon the ethanol production. And I think this is actually going to be fairly efficient because of the fact that, did that say, oh, honey, turpentine, and ethanol. Huh. Interesting. Looks like it's sucking it out faster than it's producing. So I don't know if that's going to be a problem or not. We'll just have to keep an eye on it. Unfortunately, we have definitely exceeded our time for today. We were able to produce the ethanol, gave a little bit of update of all of the things that I've been doing, and that is a pretty cool particle effect right there. And now we're producing raw DNA. So in the next episode, we'll actually start using the raw DNA and doing some cool stuff with it. So I really hope that you enjoyed the episode. If you can rate and comment down below, it would be greatly appreciated. And also, if you like the series, please hit that subscribe button. But for now, this is goodbye.